Hi folks, Gavin here from Player TV, and today I'm going to be taking a look at a very sexy, am I allowed to say that word? Yeah, hope so. Today I'm going to be taking a look at a very sexy looking motherboard from the guys over at ASUS. This is the TUF or TUF X299 Mark 1 motherboard. It's on Intel's new LGA Socket 2066 platform, so it's on X299 as the name says on the box, and it features a plethora of features, and obviously the most notable one is the inclusion of the thermal armor. Now, it's been a long time since we've seen, a TUF related board to have thermal armor, and I'm not disappointed so far by looking at it. As you can see, it's a very good looking board, it's very solid. Now, it has support for Intel's Kaby-like-x and skylake-x processors, so the likes of the 7740X and the 7900X are obviously both supported. It features ROG Aura RGB lighting, which is on the middle part, which is here, where the Ultimate Force logo is there. It has a integrated M.2 heatsink into the actual PCH, or what the Southbridge used to be called, heatsink. So obviously you can expect better thermal dissipation of heat from the the hot NMV drives. It's obviously built into it. So like we've seen on the Strix board, it's obviously features the same thing, but it also features a cooling fan on the PCH heatsink as well, so that obviously aids in cooling, and it also makes heat dissipation more effective. It's got 3 times PCI Express 16x16 generation 3 lanes, and it also has 2 PCIe times 4 slots as well. No, not PCIe. Yes, PCIe times 4 slots. So yeah, I'm getting a bit lost there. Mainly because the board looks so good, but that's just me. It's got 8 DIMM slots for DDR4 memory. It supports up to 128 gig of DDR4. With the skylake-x processors, it supports quad channel with the likes of the 7740X i7 skylake-x processors. Sorry, Kaby-like-x processors. It only supports dual channel, so bear that in mind. It supports speeds of up to 4,133 megahertz on the memory when overclocked, and obviously it's very aesthetically pleasing. It utilizes a different audio setup, well, slightly different audio setup to the Strix board. The TUF X299 supports DTS Connect and DTS headphone as well for the ultimate experience, especially for onboard audio, but it does still use the S1220 Realtek, well, ASUS like to call it theirs, but it's Realtek ALC 1220 audio codecs for the audio processing. Now, it has 8 SATA 3 ports. It's obviously got USB 3 headers. It's got one right angled to the right hand side of the motherboard, and it also has one just cut that out, Ash. The USB 3, cut it out. In terms of rear I/O, it has 2 LAN RJ45 ports, 2 USB 3.1 Type A and Type C ports, 4 USB 3.1 Gen 1 ports, 4 times USB 2 ports, with one of them being utilised or in conjunction with the USB BIOS flashback button. It obviously has said button, and it has 1 TUF Detective USB port for connecting this particular TUF USB dongle.
Hey guys, Editor here, just jumping on for a bit here to explain about this TUF USB, because Gavin didn't go into much detail, but I thought it was quite interesting, so I thought I'd jump in anyway. So basically the USB that actually comes with this motherboard, it's a little USB Bluetooth dongle that you plug into its own port. It won't work in any other port. I think we tried this once or twice and we couldn't get it working. But what you do is you plug it into the USB port, and it then download an app called the TUF Detective, and you can connect your phone and you can do a whole host of things basically from your phone straight to your motherboard, and you don't actually need a CPU installed, so it's really useful for when you're installing the build for the first time or try to diagnose problems. Some of the things you can actually do, you can remotely control your PC by powering it on and off and also restarting it, and you can actually even clear the CMOS on the motherboard. You can also actually monitor system information as well, so you can monitor how much voltage is going into your CPU, what your fan speeds are doing, why it's smelling like smoke, is it on fire? If it's on fire, it's probably not working in the first place. It will also show you postcodes, so when you've got like an issue with your system, you can easily diagnose it, and it will even give you a message on your phone saying what the postcode actually means, so you're not sat there Googling it or trying to Google it when you've not got a computer to Google with because it's still building. And also it gives you like general system information, so what CPU installed, what RAM's installed, useful for when one stick of RAM's not working, and also how long it's been operating for, and telling you it's been going for 5 days and you haven't actually left it for 5 days, and I need to get out more. Video editing takes a long time. So as I said, it does come with the USB Bluetooth dongle that you plug into the port, but if you don't want to use that or you're having troubles with Bluetooth, which some people do with ports sometimes with the dongle, you can actually plug your phone directly into it with a USB cable as well, so you don't need the USB Bluetooth dongle for it to work. You can do it straight with your phone, and it's available on iOS and Android as well, so if you've got an Apple phone or an Android phone, you're fine and you can use it. So it's a neat little add-on. I thought I'd give a quick explanation to it. Now back to Gavin.
Not only does it perform well, it looks good as well. Well, when I say performance, we're actually going to take a look at the performance in a moment. I just want to talk a little bit more about the aesthetics. So it's got a very nice sort of gunmetal grey look across the board. I'm actually a really big fan of the M.2 heatsink. I think you're going to see every company implement that into their boards, especially on X299. And it's got plenty of options for memory, for RAID 0, 1, 5 and 10, as well as support for multiple CPUs. So let's take a look at how the board performs. This is the player X299 test setup in front of you, wavy, wavy, wavy. And yeah, let's put it through our benchmarking suite and see how it performs, and then we'll see, well, I'll tell you what I think of it. So yeah, the TUF X299 Mark motherboard from ASUS, in terms of performance, looks really good. It's very, very marginally marginally decent in comparison to the X299 Strix. They're sort of neck and neck in terms of, like some memory performance and gamer performance. Although, if you want to make a bold claim, I prefer this motherboard in terms of, performance to the Strix. Now, obviously, this is more designed for enthusiasts, people who want great looking aesthetics, especially thanks to the thermal armor that ASUS have included on this board. It hasn't got all of the gaming features that you will find on the Strix, but this is more of an enthusiast board, people who want reliability. Like I said, it's TUF, the ultimate force. Now, it's got an 8+2 power phase design, so it's got a decent power phase design for things like CPU overclocking, VRMs as well, which is voltage regulation modular, whatever, ignore that. But yeah, so what I like about this board, well, at the time of filming this video, it's around £270 in the UK, around $300 in the US, so it's actually a very good price. And good value, all things considered. It is an enthusiast platform, it is a HEVD platform, so you're going to want top performance, and this board delivers it. It's one of the sexiest motherboards, not just on the X299 chipset, but on all of Intel's range. It's TUF, I keep saying TUF, but it's TUF, the Ultimate Force, you know, the detective dongle is a very nice addition, and I'm actually really happy about that. Things I don't like, and this is probably going to cause a little bit of stir, but the thermal armor has a great place on the board. It looks absolutely brilliant, but it is a little gimmicky. It's not. It sounds amazing, but it doesn't perform. You know what I mean? It's not going to keep your motherboard as cool as any other solution. In fact, it's deterring airflow away from the board itself. So, you know, when you've got passive airflow coming from your cooling fans, it's just going to bounce off the top of the armor. Although it's not going to cause any detriment to the board, and as I've said, it's not going to like cool your motherboard by 20 degrees. So don't expect that. But otherwise, I love the thermal armor, and I would love to have it on my board. But this isn't my board. It's Dave's board. But yeah, so the TUF X299 Mark 1 motherboard deserves our gold award. Ding! It's got plenty of connections, plenty of USB real estate. It's got two RJ45 LAN ports, so it's a pretty decent board, high spec board all round. Supports great support for memory, dual channel, quad channel with your skylake-x and Kaby-like-x processors, and it unleashes the performance of the Intel i9 Core i9 7900X absolutely perfectly. One thing I will say is the TUF Fortifier on the back is absolutely brilliant. As it says, the Ultimate Force, we got your back. And here at Player, we got your back too, Jack. So thanks for watching the review. Any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I've been Gavin from Player TV. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, I'll see you in our next video. Ciao for now.